Who's going to step up?
Don't be surprised if you see Tariq try and pull up the three.
Golson gives it over to Hester. Hester, great with the ball fake. Miguel will try a three. He'll knock it down. Ryfin Miguel, he couldn't get it done inside the last possession. He splits out from beyond the arc. He'll knock down that three. Coach September telling him to slow down here. He's already lost the jacket. Never a good sign. Or sometimes it is a good sign.
Generally, when he gets heated, either be it the sweat coming out or the emotions running high, he'll take it off. It's usually a good sign, though. It's a good sign for Hester. He gets one to drop.
Need to get him going. He is so great when he catches fire. Pierce, no driving, kicking it out. Main tries the short jumper. It bounces around. Good flick there by Ryfin Miguel over to Ella Ellis. And Ellis will bring it up the court. Golson into Ryfin. Ryfin gets it taken away, puts it up and in. Ryfin Miguel.
Tough make for Ryfin.
He's got 5.
5 of the last 7 points at that. The Eagles a 7-0 run to bring it back within one possession.
Ryfin playing with energy. Into Lauren. Ryfin on the defense. He steals it away. Ryfin Miguel. We'll see Ellis bring the ball up the court, and you got to go to Miguel, you'd think, right now.
You go to Ryfin, you could go to Eric.
They go into Miguel. Miguel wants it. Does a little shimmy, gives it back out to Silver. Back to Miguel. Deep three. Yes! Ryfin Miguel! He ties it up at 19. Immediate timeout. TCC gets everyone on their feet as Ryfin Miguel knocks down that three to tie it up. Just on the other side, Lot Main able to knock down a counter three. Chipola up by 3, 22-19, 5:37 left. And we're back with this broadcast of TCC Men's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. Going over the stat sheet, Eagles 7 turnovers, Chipola with 5. Leading scorer for Eagles is Ryfin Miguel. He's 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, 8 points, and he's really the emotional leader for TCC.
He's lifted this team up. 8 points, 4 rebounds. DeAndre Golson dominating under the bucket as well. 4 rebounds for himself.
Slow pace here. Main picked up his dribble. Opened up the hands of Irving. 3 seconds left. Fade away. Wow, what a shot. Lance Irving falling away. A little bit of like Dirk Nowitzki on that shot. Had to put one up. TCC plays great defense for 28 seconds and doesn't get rewarded. That's got to hurt a little bit there. Silver on the mismatch. Silver finds Miguel. Miguel pumping. He'll go up and under and in. Ryfin Miguel with 10 here in this first half.
Ohio University with the offer a couple of days ago as the reverse layup doesn't go. Good contest by Ryfin.
They might go right back to him. 21-24. Miguel, he looks a little bit winded. He'll go on the screen. Hester will bring it out. They'll slow it down with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ellis, who's been quiet today, has no points thus far. Miguel fighting, and they'll call a foul on Fay. Swing it along. Can another three fall for Chipola? No, this doesn't touch anything. And Ellis will bring it up the court once again. Silver into Guest. Guest sizing up his man. Stevens pumping. He'll go up with the left hand. Soft finish there from Davon Stevens. Using that long frame to lay it in. Eagles down by 4 of Hester. Hester gives it up. Stevens, can he hit 5? No, that just rolls off. He was trying to get 5 in a row for TCC to cut it to 1. Good in-rhythm shot. Not a problem with it with 1:48 here in this low-scoring affair.
Plenty of movement for the Indians, but they're hanging around that right wing for now as they try to drive in.
Who's got the ball? Great job there by Stevens to dive on the ground. Eagles will bring it up. Tariq Silver in rhythm, three. He's hit. It's good. Tariq Silver gets the roll, and he has a chance to tie it up with a 4-point play. He's been quiet, only 2 points, and he's vaulted up to 5 with that three. A chance to tie it up with a free throw. And Chipola, once again, TCC able to tie it up, and Chipola goes right back and scores a bucket. Right when the Eagles are getting a little bit of energy here, Chipola fights back. 52 seconds left. Ellis, he hasn't scored yet. Looking to dish. He's got Guest inside. Guest, he'll go up. He gets blocked. Ends up in the hands of Golston, and they'll be able to tie it up with 40 seconds. Eagles doing a great job clawing back from 10. And Silver just caught napping. I don't know what he was staring at. Maybe the ball, his man was sitting there in the corner, had so much space. Probably one of the easiest buckets that Chipola will have all the evening.
I'd argue maybe one of the easiest ones they'll have all year. All of the Eagles were just sitting in front of the three, and they'd left the drive into the bucket wide open. We'll see Ellis go with 8 seconds. And here he goes. 7. He'll drive in, kicks it. Golston, deep three. It's good! DeAndre Golston! He'll take the lead as the buzzer sounds, 32-31. That was a moonshot, and I know Zach's running into the locker room knowing he escaped the first half where the Eagles were really outplayed. Welcome back to this broadcast of TCC men's basketball live on TCCEagles.com, and what was a furious end to that first half. TCC goes on a 23-12 run to end the half, and they take the lead, Tony, on a DeAndre Golston 3, 32-31 the score right now. And if you're looking at a guy to highlight and really the player of the game so far, that's Ryfin Miguel with 10. Down the 3 and take the lead right back. Ellis, he'll go around the screen. He finds Hester. Hester trying to make up for it, and he does. Eric Hester from straight away knocks down the 3. Eagles back up by 1. Anything you can do, I can do better. You sure that broadcasting's for you? You might want to try a singing career. I know you were talking about the Australian Idol in baseball the other day, as that shot goes off the side of the backboard. Keep the singing to the shower and very rarely pull it out for the broadcast. Backdoor cut. There we go. L. Ellis. They finally get that play to work. And the Eagles go up by 3. Zach telling them to lock in here. The dangerous thing about Al Ellis is once he gets to sniff the basket, he's going to want to keep going. He's going to want to keep attacking it. Give it time. Give it time. Al Ellis will find himself plenty more like that. Tough take. That shot barely touches the rim, and Ellis, he's going to cut up the court. He'll pass it in the Calix. Handoff over to Hester. Ellis looking for some space. He gets hit. Bumped. He'll make the shot, though. Able to knock in that 12-footer. Golston. He goes in, gets hit by his own player. Wow, what a tip there. Way to hustle and stay with it. Ellis splits the defenders. He finds Stevens. 3 in the corner. It's good. Davon Stevens from beyond the arc. It's a 6-point game. He'll go out of bounds. Ellis surveying. Gives it over. 3 ball. No good. Following his shot is Hester. Stevens, he's already made one. He'll make 2 in a row. Davon Stevens, back-to-back possessions. And the Eagles go back to a 6-point lead. And you can see Coach Settembre smiling over there near the bench. You don't get very many of those throughout a game. You might, if you're lucky, get 2 or 3 a game out of Coach Settembre. Is a good block out there by DeAndre. Ellis, he's going to bring it up with some pace. He'll slow it down. Just need to find something here. Ellis straight away. No. Stevens. Over to Hester. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. Finally, they'll find it into Guest. Guest backing in. Wow, what a cross-court pass. Golston, 3. Hello, DeAndre Golston. From beyond the arc, the Eagles open up a 9-point lead. Too tough. It won't go in. Getting walloped is Lorne. He goes and hits Jordan Guest with a forearm, able to stick with it. The Eagles
have some momentum here, up by 9 with 13 minutes left. Guest thought about it. Sees the screen, gives it into Golston. Golston trying to be strong. Good follow, Davon Stevens. Eagles up by 11. And Coach Brendan Foley just sitting there in disbelief. He's going to call the timeout. And the Eagles on a huge run here, sparked by Davon Stevens and DeAndre Golston. TCC up by 11. Ellis gives it to Guest. His three. Yes, sir. Jordan Guest from beyond the arc. And he quickly makes up for that last play where his hook couldn't go. Eagles open up a 10-point lead.
That'll work. That'll work quite nicely.
Talk about picking yourself up off the floor, man. And then he comes in and gets a huge rebound. Great block out there. Wasn't on that.
Wide legs, a quick pivot. You win some, you lose most is a saying that gets thrown around.
Ryfin over there fighting hard in the paint. He pushes out his defender. Good sellout. Davon Stevens with the steal. Stevens, he'll go up, rising with the left hand. Tough finish, no foul call. He's getting crushed. Either way, Chipola going right down Broadway. And if you're a player, even if it is a foul, you got to get down and cover. I mean, that's too easy. 55-52, Eagles up by 3, 2:55 left. And, you know, for the complaints on free throws, Eagles are 6 of 6 from the line. Chipola 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Just haven't been very many foul calls overall. So there aren't going to be very many free throws, and I'm sure TCC wishes they got more free throws, and so does Chipola. But that's just how the game has gone. It's been pretty even. Ellis into the corner. Stevens thought about the three. Wisely pulls it back. Ellis. Nope, that's Hester. Hester, ball fakes.
Gonna have to get something up soon. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Ellis.
Oh, the Euro.
And under.
The Euro step from Ellis. Good morning. How are you, sir?
Using those long strides to get to the rack and finally able to make a bucket. It's been a while. He's got 6. Last time Chipola was here in the Eagle Dome, it was, I believe, Lot Main who missed about a 12-footer to win the game with just under 4 or 5 seconds left in the game. The Eagles escaped with that 1-point win. Right now, with 49 seconds left, Ellis trying to make it a little bit easier. Fall away, barely touched anything. Ryfin Miguel with the rebound. Golston up and under, and it's in! DeAndre Golston flexing his muscles. He gets the roll. Eagles up by 7.
Big-time players make big-time plays. Ryfin Miguel, the offensive rebound. Off the buzzer beater is Main for 3. CMI!
They're going to have to foul. TCC is going to have to get it across, and we will see a 1-and-1 coming up. We'll see some full-court pressure here. Irving going right to the rack. They'll let him. Oh, gosh. Rejected by the rim. And Ellis will bring it up, and that is the universal sign of the white flag. 6 seconds left. Ellis running around, and that'll do it. TCC with the win. 61-52, a 9-point victory for your Eagles in what was an all performance from the guys that you would have least expected it from. Usually you're looking at L. Ellis to carry the team, and it was a different cast and characters this evening.
Well, Zach, welcome to TCC postgame. Luke Fay alongside head coach Zach Settembre, and you guys got off to a really tough first half and really came back. Started off 0 of 6, 3 of 16 from the field, and then went 9 of 14 to close the first half, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc.
It just shows you how if you will commit to playing defense, you can stay in any game. We gave up 52 points tonight. We guarded them for 40 minutes. We had a couple lapses. We didn't get back in transition. One play, their last basket in the first half. In the second half, we gave up 2 offensive rebounds. The first possession, we had the rebound in the corner, and we just kind of stared at each other, and they go get it and make a three. They had another second chance three. But for 40 minutes, our guys had tremendous defensive intensity. Just proud of how our guys have taken to the fact that we have shifted the dynamic a little bit in practice of we've got to be a team that gets stops. And tonight it showed. We have spent more time on defense this week than we probably had in the last month. Again, hats off to Coach White. Coach White's been a tremendous confidant in the last week or so in terms of helping us prepare for this last final Panhandle stretch. He's been through it and had success doing it. We guarded them. That's what I'm so proud of. We scored 61 points and won by 9 against a team that is insanely talented. 2 high major players. I just so much credit to our team. We shot 35% tonight from the floor, 36% from 3. And you're right. We had a very slow start. We couldn't get anything going towards the rim. They were a little bit tougher than us. We couldn't get initiated into our offense. But we found ways to make plays, to stay in the game, and it was all because of our defense and our ability to rebound.
Raif and Miguel, seems like your emotional leader on the team. You had 10 points in that first half, none in the second, but Raif and DeAndre Golson were really the ones who had energy coming off and really kept you guys in the game in the first half.
For sure. Raifin is a guy, again, that we can throw the ball into the post and expect good things to happen, whether he's going to score himself. He made 2 threes, stepping out, shows his skill level, which was great. But for us, we have tremendous balance. DeAndre Golson had 12. Raifin had 10.
Davon
Stevens 12 huge points, big putback. Golson got a lot of things going towards the rim, rebounded well. Again, L. Ellis only had 8 points. Tariq Silver had 6 points. Those guys are averaging whatever they're averaging, almost 28 points between them, 29 points between them, and they only had 14. But what does that tell you? 1, we played great defense. 2, we have a lot of other pieces, a lot of other really good players that are, understanding of every single night it's going to be someone different. And give our guys credit. The guys, again, L. Ellis, 3 for 11, didn't have a great night. Tariq Silver, 2 for 8, didn't have a great night. But they guarded because that's what unselfish, together teams do. Tonight was toughness. Tonight was togetherness. Tonight we chose Tallahassee basketball and our collective success over our individual concerns, and that's why we got a win over a very talented team.
We saw Davon Stevens and DeAndre Golson diving on the floor, and that's something that you don't really see from your team. And in the second half, you could really tell that they wanted this game.
I think our guys are feeling and sensing that we're close to something really special. You look up in the banners here, Tallahassee has not won the Panhandle Conference Championship since 2006. This is a team that has the ability to do that. Now, we have a choice to feel really good about ourselves and have a week where we don't get a lot done and go to Northwest Florida and be flat and play against a team that's very hard to play against at their place. They've been in every single home game, lost to Pensacola in overtime, Gulf Coast in double overtime, Chipola by 7. It was a 1-point game with 2 minutes to go. We beat them 10. You were at that game.
Yep.
And it was a 4-point game with 2.5 minutes to go. So every single game at their place has been really tough. We have to erase the last game that we played against them here because they're a totally different team at home. But our mission right now is one single day at a time. Tomorrow we'll be off. We'll have a great study hall. We'll watch film. We have to have a great week of practice. We have to continue to make strides defensively. We got to go to Northwest and get a win. We got to play a Pensacola team that's very tough to play against, and we've had 2 very close games with them. We beat them 18 here, but again, was much closer than that. You saw that here. It was a tie game with 8 minutes to go. And then we got to go to Gulf Coast, which is a place that we've already lost. We have to reverse. So we're playing consistently well, but we have to keep getting better. Great teams that win at the end of the year, are teams that get better. So it feels great to be 23-4. It feels great to be 7-2 in the Panhandle, but it's about every single day getting better. It's about defensively buying in. That I'm just so proud. Tonight we look like a Mark White coach team, and I've obviously learned so much from Coach White in terms of defense and intensity and toughness and rebounding. And I love to coach offense. We literally could not score. We could not score tonight. And we had enough toughness. We had enough about us to dig in, to rebound. I mean, the fact that we out-rebounded Chipola by 9 blows my mind, because if you would have told me 2 weeks ago when we're getting crushed at Chipola that we're going to out-rebound this team by 9, I probably would have laughed at you. So really just proud of our team, proud of their consistency and their fight, because we are not a team, in my opinion, that has to play one way. Tonight, we saw that. We've had to play a lot of games a certain way where there's some structure and there's some, there's a certain basketball style to it where when we get sped up, Miami-Dade, Georgia Highlands, Gulf Coast, we've struggled a little bit. Tonight, I thought we played a game that was a grind. It was a tournament-type atmosphere where nobody could really get anything going, and we just had to find a way to get stops, get big baskets, but never lose our focus even when we weren't scoring on the offensive end.
Zach, one thing I noticed about your team is you guys close really well. And that at the end of the first half, you had no business leading that game.
No question.
No business.
No question,
And then
for sure.
at the end of this game, you were able
from
to
an
close
offensive
strong.
standpoint. I'll say
Yeah.
we guarded them, and that kept us in the game, right? They
Yeah.
only had 31 points, and they went out and they had 21 in the second half.
And you closed this game, which was a very close game at the end. What does it say from last year? You were not able to come out of the first halves very well and then not be able to close the game. How have you learned from last year onto this year with a completely new team?
I think for us, we just try to focus on coaching each individual player at the way they need to be coached, and then building it collectively, getting our guys to understand what is your player role, right? What is your ego as it relates to our team? Because everybody's got to feel a sense of identity and a sense of togetherness. Otherwise, there's not going to be collective buy-in. We put on the pregame on our board. It said champions behave like champions before they're champions. So for us, we have to be the guy that takes the charge, that dives on the floor, that gets the loose ball, that will stunt and recover with high hands, and then sprint to the baseline to step up. And then weak side guys got to cover down. Those are things that we weren't doing 2 weeks ago. And because of a renewed focus on defense, we're now doing them. And it gives us a chance, like tonight when we could not score the basketball, to win a game against a really talented team.
Looking forward, what do you guys need to do to close out the Panhandle Conference and not be waiting till the final moment where you're looking at Gulf Coast State on February 22nd
Sure.
and thinking, wow, everything's on the line right here?
Well, the reality is either way, even if Gulf Coast, right now we just got to focus on the next game, to be honest with you. It's one day at a time. We got to have a great practice Monday. We'll give the guys probably a midweek day off or go light on a Wednesday. But we got to have really good practices. We got to keep getting better. We can't, you can see I'm drenched. The guys just poured water on me in the locker room, which was fantastic, and it feels great, and I'm so proud of them. And tonight we're going to enjoy it. But the reality is we've got to be a team that keeps getting better, and we have to focus on Northwest Florida because we can't beat Gulf Coast or Pensacola next Saturday. We're playing Northwest Florida. That's who we have to go take care of. For us, the only thing I'm worried about is beating Northwest Florida on Saturday and having a great week of practice, making sure our guys are getting in study hall and taking care of their body. And, if we can continue to have the same commitment to defense tonight, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win every game we play the rest of the year.
Well, Zach, thanks for joining me. TCC wins 61-52 over Chipola. Big win. And, Zach, as always, go Eagles.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Go
get that
Eagles.
win.
Thanks, Luke.